Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So you saw last week, we got a lot of stuff accomplished. We got that 4.6 setting in, and man, she's looking sweet in there. Got the Z done, finished up on the front. She is, we're getting really close, man. I think probably this week we're gonna do some wiring. Yeah, I think we're gonna stretch that wiring out on the floor and thin that down to only what we need. Let's see, what else we're going to be doing? That'll probably be the main of it. We'll probably try to get mostly some of the wiring done, probably today or tomorrow. Once we get that in and see if we can get it to fire up and everything's fired up like it should, then from there, we'll get that front clip back on and start working on the back stuff. We're getting really close to wrapping this thing up, man. I'm getting excited. I bet Corey's excited too. We're very close. So, yeah, let's get this wiring stretched out and just start going through it. This is how all this turned out. Looks really good. There's the Z where it steps down 3 inches. We've got it capped on the top and the bottom and on the inside and the outside. You see there. Yeah, everything's lined up pretty good in place. Let's see. The firewall's looking good up in there. Can hardly see anything, but it looks good. Got it all painted fresh black in there. So we still got to put the power steering pump back on. It's laying around here. There it is. We got to swing it around, bolt it back on before it gets too tight in there. And we've got some new AC lines we're going to swap out. That'll be easy to do now while we got more room. So, okay, yeah, onto the wiring. All right, guys, we made it down here to Pensacola to pick back up the old yellow truck. Guy wanted to do a little bit of trading for the orange truck. He gave me some cash and this truck here, and I gave him the orange truck. So we came on down to Pensacola. You can see the palm tree right there. Man, it's nice down here. Anyways, we're about to go hit up some food, go hit up the beach, and we'll catch you guys later. All right, guys, we're down here on the beach doing a little walking, enjoying ourselves since we're down here in Old Pensacola. There's Kathy waving. She's hunting for seashells and little crabs. Yeah, it's beautiful out here, man. The water feels great. Weather feels great. Kathy's looking great. Having a good time. All right, we're hunting some crabs. Kathy's onto one. It's tiny. Get it, get it, get it. Get it, get it, get it, get it.
I don't want to hurt him. I did.
Oh, he jumped. He jumped. Did you get him? He's fast. Dang, those things are all over the place, man. Gotta watch out, they'll get you. And then come back here, Kathy. Look, there was a... Where'd that jellyfish go? Damn, did I step on it? Where'd he go? He wasn't back this far, was he? You sure?
It's a watermelon jellyfish.
Wow, I haven't seen one of those.
They're very rare.
It's a watermelon jellyfish.
They don't sting or anything.
Dang, that jellyfish wasn't back that far, right? Oh well.
It was back there.
He's around here somewhere. Boom, we found him. Check him out.
Little.
Nice little thing. Is that his tail or is that grass?
Grass.
No, he's just eating that grass, huh?
Ew.
Alright, we're gonna let him go. Where'd he go? Alright, we got a big one, guys. I'm scared of this one. He's ready to fight. Look at him. He's not effing around. I don't want to touch him.
Don't hurt him.
I don't want him to hurt me.
He's not gonna hurt you.
He's digging a hole, look. He's digging a hole, he's scared. Alright, we'll let him go. We'll let him go. You're lucky. I was gonna get you, buddy.
Hey, baby.
Oh, he come back out, he's ready to fight again. I think he's just trying to punk me. There's a bunch of them. He's getting all of his friends out. Alright, I'm not messing with him.
We're outnumbered.
We'll let him go. Alrighty, guys, it's the next morning. We are loading up, getting ready to head back home to Tennessee. Stayed one cool night down here in Pensacola. Had a good time. I'll show you guys this view. Pretty cool, nice little balcony view. How many people were out there? It's beautiful. Pretty water, pretty sand. Yeah, Kathy's in here getting stuff loaded up. There she goes running. We're about to load up and head out. Oh, cool, guys. Check this out. We got a little bit of dolphin action this morning. Not sure if I can catch any of them on the screen, but I'll try. I'll hold the camera around for a minute and see if you see anything. They're right out there. See one? Where'd they go? They're hiding. Boom, there's one. I missed it though, I think. They're coming out this way. Oh, there's one. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. I'm trying to watch the water and the screen. Boom, one just came up right there. Yeah, there was one, came up right there. Oh, you see it's right next to that person. Just went in right behind that person. Alright guys, man, he's jamming on his bicycle. He's got a little speaker jamming. We're all loaded up, got the yellow truck on the trailer. About to head back to Tennessee. We got about a 7-hour ride. Dang, this dude's got pretty dang close to me here. Look at this. Sheesh, buddy. Sheesh. Alright, she's strapped down. It's hot as heck out here. Goodbye, ocean and palm trees. All right, we're back at the shop this morning. Made it back from picking up the yellow truck. Man, that thing is cool as heck. Check that out. That was a fun truck. We're gonna do a lot of cool stuff to that. Not sure yet what we're gonna do, but I know it's gonna be cool. Now that we're back at the shop, we need to get the easy tow out of the way. And we're gonna start up on that wiring we were talking about on Corey's truck. We're gonna lay it all out here on the floor and start stripping off all that nasty sticky black tape. That's the worst part of the electrical. The electrical isn't really scary. It's just peeling off all that damn tape and getting sticky in your hands. Super sticky and black. So we're gonna get it out, lay it out in the floor there and start thinning it down. There's spider webs all over the place in here. They're all over me. French fries. French fries and peanuts on the golf cart. Yeah, it's like these spiders had a damn party in here while I was gone over the weekend. Alright, let's blow all this floor out right here because we're going to be sitting down on the floor. Holy moly, that's a lot of wires. Alright, I know this part goes across the front. We got this big chunk too. There's Kathy. Bye. I love you. Have a good day. Alright, we got this big chunk too. Now this right here, man, I feel like we're not going to need 90% of this. We're not going to need about 90% of this. Okay, here with a little update. We've got that wire thinned out. Let me back up the camera a little. Got that wire thinned out. This is some of the scrap that we had left. I mean, you can see this is a mega pile of wiring right there. See that? That is all from that center section right there. We thinned all that out from all the extra doors, the trunk, all that crap we didn't need. Very thin piece now. We've got it actually ran up in there. We've got just a couple little wires that went to the gas pedal, to the air conditioning, and I kept the speaker wires too, in case he wants to hook up a system, through all that stuff. So yeah, giant pile of wires. We're going to tackle that pile tomorrow. Everything's pretty much bolted on here. We've got the computer in place. Looking good for today. But I'm about to shut it down. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'm about to start running this wiring up in behind this dash. We already thinned out all the wiring that was sitting right here. This is the giant pile that's left. I think I added in some clips. I've been gone a couple days, so I don't remember exactly what all I've showed you. But we've got the part that goes, the engine was already wired up, so the part that goes, there's the computer, got the wiring ran around. All this outside wiring is done. The stuff that was inside the car that ran from front to back, like the seats and all that crap, that's all the stuff that we already thinned down, and it's already installed also. We drilled some little holes right over here. Let me show you. Under the air box. That's where our wiring is going to go through. You see this one's got the big grommet on there. This one has a grommet also that's built into the loom that fits right in there. So that's why our wiring comes in and out here. The big part that goes in the dash, we ripped it out, got it kind of thinned down how we need it, and we're about to stuff it all in there and run it across and get everything where it goes. So that's what we're about to do. So I don't know if I told you guys, with the orange truck, the guy that I sold the yellow truck to about a year ago, he hit me up and asked if I'd be interested in a trade and give me some cash and get the yellow truck back. He liked the orange truck, so I thought it was a pretty good trade. There's a couple little things we need to clean up on it. He's been driving it daily for about a year, I think, so... Ooh, I hope we didn't need that. So it needs a little bit of some maintenance done, cleaned up. Also, the 302 in it's kind of missing a little. I don't feel like messing with that thing. I already did a trade on that 302 and the 302 that's in this truck, and we traded it for an entire, I think it's an 07 Crown Vic P71, about 170,000 miles on it, I think. So we're going to take that and we're going to put the 4.6. We're going to do what we're doing to Corey's truck on that one, except that one's already been bagged. Crown Vic front's already been done. Brakes have all been done. It's going to be kind of simple. We're just going to do the firewall. We're going to paint the 4.6 up like yellow, really cool, make it look cool in that truck. Put it in there, give us some air conditioning. We might cut out all the bag stuff in the back, do the bag on bar. Not sure about that yet, but that's the plan with the yellow truck. That's what's going to be coming up next. All right, man, we gotta, might be easier to go through this way with all this. Okay, we're pretty much done with all the wiring stuff. Everything's tucked in there pretty good. You can see right here, this goes to the steering wheel. This is for your gauges. Those down there also go to the blinker and steering wheel. We've got to adjust that stuff later. But the stuff hanging out of the middle there is for your for the radio and the AC and just some other stuff we got tucked up. But these are the modules that I got for inside. This one went in that transmission hump there in the Crown Vic. So we got it, it's going to be tucked under the seat. I've got it screwed down. We're going to unscrew these though and put our carpet back in and then set that back on top of the carpet. That way they're not under the carpet and overheat. And this is the fuel pump module here. And then we got a ground and this line goes out to our gas tank. We got a little hole drilled here and we've got a grommet somewhere that, oh yeah, it's on it still. It pops through that hole. It's going to go underneath. Then we're going to put the gas tank out here. We're going to do it like we did Yoo-Hoo. We're going to cut a little hole in the bed right here so it recesses down. And we'll build a little box around it and put the filler right here. And then we're just going to run that wire from underneath and come up through the hole that we cut for the gas tank and plug it right in. It works pretty good that way. But yeah, everything's looking pretty clean. We got it all vacuumed out. The wires are all tucked in, kind of where we're going to tuck them. I usually run it along this hump here. You can see there's this little heat shield thing or whatever. I just run it right under it. That way that kind of, there's no lump in the carpet as much as we can. And then this little spot just kind of tucks, but the seat comes out to here. So that spot won't really bother you. And it'll be nice and clean on the driver's side. Everything's tucked underneath. We do got, these are the wires to the speakers. We're going to drop those down and run those underneath the carpet too to the back. So that way when he hooks up his radio, his speaker wires will be there and ready to go. So yeah, that's it. We got it vacuumed out. Let's pull that carpet out over there and shake it out. And we're going to unscrew these little panels so that way we can hold them up. And we're going to cut just a little hole in the carpet. That way we can shove the wiring through, set everything back down, screw it back down. And we're getting much closer, man. Let's get this carpet. All right, we need to pull these boxes out first. We got my new tattoo yesterday. You can see it's got this little sack on it with all this black stuff in there. It's pretty cool. Very hard not to peel off, man. I've been wanting to peel that son of a gun off, but filling up that fluid, pretty cool. We gotta leave it on there for about 3 or 4 days. All right, getting this carpet back in. Gotta be a little gentle. Told you guys I've been getting some new tattoos, so I gotta take it easy. We got one yesterday. Got this little, I don't know what they call this thing. It's like a little plastic skin thing over it. It's filled with black fluid right now. Pretty crazy. You push around the fluid in there. So I gotta be real gentle. Don't want to scrape that thing and bust it open. We're just gonna take it a little easy today. All right, where do we want these plugs to come through at? Let's scoop this carpet up a little bit more. Get up in there. All right, I'm gonna try to catch a break in between the rain. It's raining out today, man. It's loud as heck. So I haven't been able to take any video clips. But while we got a break, some of you guys have asked about how I hook up the shifting from the 4.6 into your stock shifting cable. So what I do is I use the stock shifting cable from the Crown Vic. It's right here. It's ran down and into the transmission, bolted to the side of it like it goes. And I just kind of route it up here. And loop it around and bring it up. Let me loop it up around and come in through the top. You have to come through the top because it's kind of like a push system, whereas the other one was a pull or something like that, or whatever. It's got to come in through the top. So we'll loop it down and come into your you can see here, this is where your stock shifter, let me get my light in there better. You see, this is where your stock to your F100 shifter is. So what you need to do on the end of this, it had that little nipple that hooked onto the steering column to the Crown Vic, and it went to this little bracket right here. It was on the end, this whole little rod right here, it was on the end of that, and it's got that little nipple. So I'm going to cut just right here, cut this flat off, and we'll take that flat part over here and I'll show you what I do. All right, we got our little tab cut off and ground down so that we can weld. And you can kind of see what's going on. We're going to take that, put it up in there. Dang, this glove's getting in my way. Sheesh, that's hot as hell. All right, can you see that in there? We're going to mash it in like that and just weld it to that real good. And then that little hole, this has got like a little thing that's, see, sticks out. We'll just stick that right in that hole so we know it's kind of centered. And just like that, we'll get it welded in, and I'll show you guys the next step. Okay, y'all see what we got going on? That's welded in place. So now, when this thing loops around, let me see if I can kind of, oh crap, let me weld it, get it. Okay, so now see when that comes around, that'll clip into it. Yep, just like that. Now I know you wonder why we don't just come from the transmission to the bottom and have it just pull down like that. It's because the shifter in the, it's like a push-pull deal. This transmission on the 4.6 is like a push and the other one's like a pull, so we got to loop it around and come from the top. So when you shift up and down, it does like it's supposed to. So now, let's see, next step, we're going to need to come back over to this steering column, and we need this bracket off now. So take off these bolts and get this off, because see this little thing right here, this is where this clips to, this little thing. So we're going to need that bracket. Let's go over there and get it off, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that. All right, we're going to backtrack just a little here and show you guys where I messed up. That way maybe you won't mess up if you haven't done it already. But it seemed like, and it would have worked with that nipple to the outside here, but it just, I didn't like the angle that it was pulling that cable. So I had to cut that little tab off, flip it around, and put that nipple to the inside. So if you guys haven't done it yet, just when you take your little plate, put it to the inside, weld it to the inside the first time. We got it in there, don't look as clean and beautiful as it did before, but we'll throw some black paint on it. Nobody will ever see it from up here. See, can't even tell it's there. But yeah, that nipple's on the inside there now. We're letting that cool down. I'm gonna hit it with some black paint and then we'll carry on from there. All right, on to the next part. So again, guys, there's many different ways to do this. You don't have to do it this way, and don't laugh at me if you think it's stupid, but hey man, if it works, it ain't dumb, right? So let's see, I've got that clipped back on there now. You can see, and it looks like a much better angle. Before, you could tell that little cable was kind of binding up. So just make sure it looks like it's gonna have a good flow up and down. Now, so up on the inside here, that bracket that we cut off that clips onto there, I've got it on and got it where it needs to go. You go to the inside, make sure you're up into neutral. Let's do that. Yep, we're in neutral. So that means the transmission's in neutral and our shifter's in neutral, and that's where everything likes it, and that's where it wants to be. So that bracket needs to stay exactly right there. I don't know how yours is, but if it's too far this way or in or out or something like that, you can look down and see. Mine's at the perfect angle right now. I love where it's at. I'm going to leave it just like that. Now, you can fab up your bracket any way you want to. This was an extra piece that came off this little bracket here. I went ahead and cut it off. Works great for what we need to do. We're going to bring it around, and where that thing sits where it's supposed to be, we're going to take this. It's going to go under it, and then that piece here is going to screw into our firewall nice and clean. We'll weld that in. We'll paint that bracket up. But yeah, that's going to, this piece right here, we'll throw a couple screws in it, screw that to the firewall, and that'll hold that thing from moving, and we'll be able to shift. All right, that little bracket, we got it welded up and painted up, and you can see it's right there, bolted into the firewall right here. And that little piece just slips right onto it, and it looks nice and stock. Look at that. And it comes right down, clips into that little thing. So now when you shift it up and down on the inside, it shifts through the transmission. We've already came in and checked it out. Everything seems pretty smooth, but everything works. So that's how I do it, guys. If you're trying to figure out how to do your shifter, it's just a quick little freebie, you know, from the parts that you have from your Crown Vic. Didn't cost any money. We were able to make it work. So if you guys like that little tip, hit that like button. Hit that, if you didn't, hit that thumbs down button. All right, guys, we got that front end on there. I forgot to record, but you know how that goes, man. You've seen me do it a million times. But got it on, looking awesome. Front bumper's all finished up. Got the little horn things back on there. And man, everything lined right back up. All the bolts lined back up. The core support bolts lined up pretty good. Smell a vape. It smells like a watermelon vape. I think somebody at the DG. You smell that? It smells like a watermelon vape. Anyway, got the front on there, man. She is looking good. We got, I think I threw a couple clips in, but we got that the shifter cable hooked up in there now, so we can shift her into from park to one. Whatever the hell you want to shift it in, you can shift it in. You smell that?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Ah, Kathy's the one that smells like damn watermelon out there.
It's Corey's spray.
Oh, it's Corey's spray?
Yeah.
Huh. It smells good. It smells like watermelon.
Yeah, it smells.
Okay. Well, all right. That's going to wrap it up for the day. We started on the gas tank here. I cut out the floor there and we recessed it down so it would drop down. If you don't, that thing sets all the way up here. Looks kind of stupid. So we've got it set down in there. We're going to box that thing in. It's going to look really good. And we're going to run, I think, our filler tube from there into the side here into this jerry can. And you'll just unscrew this, fill up your fuel right there. It's going to look awesome. And then we'll probably have our airbag tank there and maybe compressors and stuff to the side. But she's coming along pretty good. Corey will be here tomorrow to help us a little bit. So, all right, we'll catch you tomorrow. All right, I'm out of breath. We got that son of a gun out there. Whew, I'm out of breath. We got the bed up. We're gonna lower this thing down, get it drug over here. That's where it's gonna be living at for a little while. Let's pull this pin and get this thing down. She's back down on the ground. Got the lift out of the way. Now we're gonna try to push this son of a gun over there. I know from experience that thing's kind of heavy, but once we get it going, she does all right. Okay, here we go. Attempt 1. Okay. Attempt number 2. All right. I think we're just gonna have to just grab it and go with it. Whew. That's heavy. That's heavy. Well, all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. We've got a lot of stuff accomplished in this video, but man, the wind is blowing like crazy today. We've still got a lot of stuff to do. We've got about, from today's actual date, not in the video, we've got about, I don't know, 5 or 6 days until the F100 Super Nats. And Corey is wanting to drive this thing there, so I'm really trying to get it done for him in time, man. Today is Friday. He's coming to pick it up Sunday. And then he's going to take it to Jonah, get Jonah to do the exhaust. And from there, I think we're about done, man. From today, not on your side of the video. We still got a little bit of work to do in the video. You can see we got the hood on. You can't see the back half of the truck. It's done already, man. It's looking awesome. We've been driving it around. Super cool truck, man. This thing looks cool as hell. But anyways, thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next video. You can see where we're going to get it finished up. And hit that like button. Thanks for watching.